I am 34 and my ex-wife is 30. Miriam and I had been married for 6 years, and we had a beautiful daughter together. We were a happy family, and I couldn't believe that Miriam would decide to throw away everything that we shared as a family. We were always there for each other and supported each other's dreams. If she said that she wanted to try something out, I would give her my full support, and the same applied to me. Miriam began to fall apart when she got the role of an intern at her dream organization. And after she completed the internship, she was lucky to be fully retained. The truth is, none of us saw that coming, but I was so happy for her when it did. During my ex-wife's internship, there was this particular coworker of hers she used to talk about all the time. His name was John. She would return for the day and talk about how John was so intelligent, how he helped her out, and so on. I didn't really think there was a problem with that because John was married, and he was not helping her alone. He was helping other interns as well. Also, being that we were couples who communicated a lot, I literally knew everyone at her place of work, even without meeting them face to face, because talking about everything was just our way of bonding and filling in each other about our days. When my wife got retained by her organization, she began to change. If she left work early in the morning, she would return around 7 p.m., leaving just me to care for her and look after our daughter. This continued for a while, and anytime I tried to talk to her about this new behavior of hers, she would flare up and say I was being jealous because she earned more than me and her job was better than mine. Yes, it was true that my wife earned more than me, but that's not what this was about. And I hated that she had to rub that in my face each time we disagreed on something or had a fight. Miriam did not just suddenly begin to return home late, but she also became colder towards me. Before all this happened, our weekend used to be something we all looked forward to because we would cook together, try out baking disasters, clean together, watch movies together, bathe together, and even do karaoke with our daughter together. But all of that stopped after she got the job. It got so bad that even if she was at home, it was almost like she wasn't there. If she wasn't on her laptop, she'd be on her phone. And she didn't have an issue with consistently neglecting us to focus on whatever it was that she was doing, no matter how much I complained. It was very painful to watch this because I love Miriam so much, and whatever was going on was not the plan that I had for both of us, for our family either. And I had enough. So I confronted her one day and asked her to pick between her marriage and her new job since it was turning her into the person that she wasn't. And ultimately, she picked her job. She said that she'd picked her job over and over, and she did not give a damn about our marriage. This was very painful to hear, and she was not kidding either. At that time, I was so busy trying to save our marriage that I didn't notice the changes in the way that she dressed or her makeup, and even her choice of clothes. It was a clear sign that she was seeing someone else. It had to be the only reason she neglected me and our daughter, and I was right. One day, I had put our daughter to sleep early, and I went to the room to think things through, and Miriam was on her laptop in the living room when I left her. So, since she didn't hear any movement, she must have thought I was sleeping. She walked into the room, and I think she came in to confirm that I was asleep because she didn't see me move. When she confirmed that, she continued to talk on the phone. It didn't take long for me to figure out that she was talking to her lover. At the end of the conversation, she called his name. It was the same John, her coworker. I felt my throat go dry and I couldn't believe it. Miriam cheated on me with John, and not just that, but she got pregnant by him. Despite everything that we had been through together, I was really broken. And since we were already distant with each other, I didn't need to pretend that everything was okay. While she continued with her ways, I planned my revenge. I really wanted to confront her, but if I did, maybe things would not have turned out the way that they did. I got one of those apps that allows you to track people's phones, and I tracked hers. I did this because I needed evidence, and without evidence, my revenge would not be complete. I got their chats and text messages of them talking about the pregnancy and how she would try to pin it on me. The funny thing is, since Miriam had started seeing John, we stopped getting intimate because she was always tired whenever I tried to touch her. After that call, she tried to make us get intimate, but I didn't let that happen. Gathering the evidence took a while, and after I got enough, I printed them and put them in a big envelope. Then I took it to her workplace myself. When she saw me that day, she pretended like we were cool at home and asked what I was doing there. I played along and told her that I had come to deliver something very important to her boss. So she gave me a cold kiss and returned to whatever she was doing. If only she knew what was going to happen next, maybe she would not have kissed me. I think she was still a month pregnant because her baby bump was not obvious yet. That evening, she returned home in tears, but her bags were already packed by the door. I knew that she had been fired because her company did not support coworkers dating each other. And to make matters worse, she was pregnant. When she realized it was me, and I had known all this while, she fell on the floor and began to cry and beg me. But it was too late. I told her she'd be getting the divorce papers soon and kicked her out. John's wife eventually heard the news, and she divorced him too. John and Miriam did not end up together because he said Miriam ruined his life and all his years of hard work, and that he wasn't going to take responsibility for the pregnancy because she was married to me. But we all knew that the baby wasn't mine either. We eventually divorced, and with the help of my lawyer, I took custody of our daughter. I was not going to let her suffer for the sins of her mother. Miriam gave birth to a boy, and believe me, she has suffered a lot with the baby. Till date, every time she comes to pick up our daughter, she cries, begs, and admits that she made a terrible mistake. I keep telling her that it would be my own terrible mistake to take her back. Now for the top comment. I'm so sorry, OP, that you had to go through all of this. I'll agree with you that you'd be making a terrible mistake if you took her back. It's inhumane for her to abandon her family and cheat on you with a coworker. It's a good thing that she has gotten what she deserved and John played a fast one on her. I believe you will be fine, and you will definitely find a woman who will value and protect what you both have. I'm glad you did a good job by getting rid of her and exposing her secrets. You're an example of a strong man. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment below, share, and subscribe to listen to more stories like this. See you in the next one.